keeps it PG, but always keep it a G. So let's get into this reading. Let's see what comes up. Alrighty, so you guys, I feel like at this current time, there is something where somebody is realizing that they're not able to control you. You guys could be a mother figure, or a mother figure is significant. I really feel like somebody could have been controlling you with sex, okay, in some form or some way. There's also something about your ops pretty much want you to be in an abusive relationship, okay? This could be with the boss, lover, coworker, family member, put it to where it resonates, but I really feel like this is a sexual connection. This could even be a situationship, okay? I really feel like your ops can't get to you. So they're trying to use a partner to get to you instead. But what's so interesting is this partner has put you through something so horrible to the point where it's hurt them, okay? So basically, I feel like this partner does have some sort of care and love for you, okay? And there is something that has occurred that has kind of made you change in regards to giving yourself to this person or giving them some form of control. And I think that this is actually the only place where your ops could have some sort of victory off of you, but it's not working anymore. So they don't have any victories off of you at all. And I actually feel like this person who they were trying to use to get a victory off of you, like I say, this person actually wants to help you because, like, I honestly feel like this person has just put you through something very heavy to the point where they're just kind of like, I have to be better for you, okay? Because they're starting to see a change within you. I also feel like there is something about you guys are handling a situation very mature. You guys can be known to have some form of like maturity, um, with the way you handle certain situation, places, people, and things. Um, I feel like you guys could also be known as very level headed or cool headed, okay? Like in situations where you should like lose your shit, you don't, okay? And I feel like you don't do this because you have um, some sort of destiny, okay? This is kind of deeper though. Spiritually, you have a bloodline of royalty, okay? You have been inherited. Um, a destiny that is going to have a lot of abundance, prosperity, a lot of financial blessings. There are going to be um, a lot of people might have even be saying that you pretty much have things the easy way. Um, I also feel like there is this vibe where, um, how can I say this? There's this vibe of um, hold on one moment, you guys. So yeah, I feel like there's also this vibe of like you blocking anything negative that can provoke you to get out of character, or to mess up this destiny. I don't think you're whatever is inherent to you, you can't mess it up. But it's kind of like getting black hearted, getting evil, kind of going tit for tat, stuff like that. That's just not your vibe, okay? Now you have every right to be upset about something that has occurred. This is well known, okay, from the energy I'm feeling with this reading. But I feel like due to what you know that is you're inherited, or you just know, like, it could even be this feeling of you just know you're meant to have a life. You're meant to carry yourself in a certain way so you can have a certain life for yourself. And this is due to you being in a royal bloodline. You have inherited something. And I also feel like you're not meant to be working too hard. You're not meant to be working yourself to death. There's a situation that could have occurred where, I don't know, some sort of situation has occurred where somebody is realizing, or maybe you are realizing, that God is working in a very mysterious way, because God is trying to show you, hey, every time you try to work yourself too hard, I'm going to swipe that from you, because you're not supposed to be working hard. You guys, and this is just the truth. There is something collective where whoever is watching this video, you are meant to not work too hard. You are meant to have a life of luxury, um, without having to break too much of a sweat, lift too much of a finger. Like, that's just what's meant for you. You know, you could have had a past life where you did some very good things and it trickled over into this life where you're just not meant to work hard. Okay. This situation is occurring at the perfect time, though, at very perfect timing, because there was something where you were working hard. You could have been in the, kind of grounded in this world and kind of feeling like, okay, you want to know, you know what? I got to get this money. I got to pay these bills. And God's like, not happening. So there's to make sure, like, you don't have to be in a situation where you are overdoing it or overextending yourself. So if you've been working at a job where you're on your feet, you're going to be working at a sitting down job. If you've been working at a job that has too many hours, well, you've been clocking too many hours, and you were clocking too many hours for the purpose of you to get more money, you're going to find a job that is going to make you enough money with just regular time, probably as much as money as you were making with overtime, if that makes sense. So if you were working a job that is like, you know, 5 days out the week, Monday through Friday, and maybe you had to work 20 hours over, you're going to get another job where you're just going to have to work regular hours, and however much you were making with your overtime, you're going to make that much just off of your regular pay, if that makes sense. Okay. So it's something like that where God is constantly making things like this occur for you to show you this is not what I want for you. Okay. And that is a beautiful thing for God not to want for you. Like I said, you must have did something good in your past life, or some got inherited, put it where it resonates. But I do feel like there is somebody who knows, like, somebody is starting to realize this also. And that's kind of what I wanted to say when I was on that part. Like, I wanted to say, like, I feel like others are kind of realizing this about you. Okay. But let me tell you something. There's this vibe of like you're not popping your shit about it. Like, the way that you are carrying yourself, you're not carrying yourself in a way of like, yeah, I ain't gotta do too much. And this could be the reason why God wants you to not work too hard. Okay. This is the reason why you could have royal blood, or you could have pretty much inherited something from one of your ancestors, or just from your bloodline, okay, that's been passed down to you specifically because the way that you handle things. A lot of things that most people would brag about, would pop their shit on, would, tell the whole world about, would, laugh at people beneath them that they feel are beneath. You don't do any of those things. And there is somebody who loves you so unconditionally. This person has studied you, or it's to the point where they've been around you so long that they know you. They might even know you better than you know yourself. So you could tell them, oh yeah, when I get this money, I'm gonna pop my shit. But this person knows if you were to get some sort of money, you're not gonna do too much. You're not even gonna tell nobody. You're gonna be very humble about it. Okay. And I feel like there's something where you are saying no to, like, there is somebody by you that feels like, you know what? If this was me, I'd be popping my shit. Because, you know what I'm saying? I'd be popping my shit because I don't know what this was. I don't know if somebody tried to lead you to believe you're supposed to be working hard, and I don't know what it was, but it's just something where you felt like, oh, I'm supposed to be working hard, and God keeps showing you, no, you're not supposed to be working hard. And it's like this person is starting to realize this. And also, they're realizing, like, God isn't just leaving you out to dry. He's also making sure, like, hey, when I take something away from you that you think you're supposed to be doing, or that's giving you some sort of money, or providing you something, I'm also going to I'm gonna take that away from you, and I'm gonna give you something better, where you're not gonna have to work too hard to maintain this money, or whatever the case may be. It could even be like you go from a job you hate to a job you like. You go from a job that pays less to a job that it pays more. Like, you're constantly going. It's look. what I'm really been trying to say, not say it, it's almost like you kind of get the easy way out. You know, hey, call it what you want. God gives you the easy way out. And you know, people might not understand it, but I feel like this person is starting to realize, like, I see why God gives you the easy way out. He gives you the easy way out because you are very humble when it comes to these situations. You don't brag. You don't make somebody feel beneath you. You don't say, oh, well, I got my own business, or oh, I make this amount of money and I don't have to lift a finger. You're one of those people. You could be like, hey, I don't make, I sit on my ass and I make this amount of money. You want me to put you on an opportunity? You could be one of those people. Like, if you ever were to tell anybody about a situation that, you know, your situation of you not having to work too hard, you know. So I feel like this is why this person is starting to realize this, and they sympathize with you because they understand you are receiving these blessings, or you have some sort of, I don't know if they know specifically, like, oh, you have royal blood, okay, but I know they just feel in their, like, they are starting to realize, like, God gives you easy ways out. And he gives you these easy ways out because you don't do too much. All right. And this person sympathizes with you. It's like this person kind of didn't understand, why don't you pop your shit, but they understand now. Okay. They see something in a way that is, it's almost like you got to be around this shit, or you got to see this shit for me to explain it to you. But I think they don't have to explain this to other people. I think even other people know this, understand this. Okay. um I also feel like what's so interesting is, I feel like you were in a situation where maybe you really wanted to keep something that God was trying to take from you. So this could be the job that you were working overtime at. This could be, you know what I'm saying, that job that had you working a lot of hours, or a job that you even hated, but you're like, hey, I love the money here, and something ended up happening that upsetted you, or that was just kind of like, you know, I would be upset about this too, but it was for a divine purpose. Something happened because that was the only way you would have got out of this situation, because crazy enough, you are a hard worker. Okay, there could have been some situation in a past life where you might have worked so, you could have been a slave. Okay, you could have worked so hard to the point God was like, no, in this life you're never working again. But there is this, it is this vibe of like, if you needed to work hard, you could, but God is like, no, I don't want you to. Okay, and I feel like the beneficial thing about this is, there is somebody who you can trust when it comes to your traditional values. And I feel like you have a traditional value of not even just like for your husband, but almost like, how can I say this? Like, you have this thing of like, I have to carry myself in a certain way. It's almost like the medical field. In the medical field, you cannot be fighting. You can't be getting charges on your records. You can't be getting caught with gun charges, smoking, drink. Like you can't. You have to have a clean record, like a clean life. You have to really carry yourself in a certain way with a certain stature. Okay, and I feel like you do this just traditionally, like the way you were raised, your traditional values, you might have been raised like this is why your bloodline is royal. Okay, and I feel like there is somebody who you can trust in regards to your traditional values. Somebody could have been raised different, and this is the reason why it might have took a while for you to be able to trust them, because maybe this person didn't kind of understand where you were coming from when it comes to your traditional values. Okay, you got a new car. Why aren't you posting it? Okay, you have a new job where you're making a lot of money. Why aren't you showing this money off? You got an opportunity where you don't have to work too hard. Why aren't you bragging about this? Okay. And I feel like, oddly enough, there could have been, people were, I feel like there were people weirdly pressuring you to pop your shit. This is insane, okay? Do you know how humble, how meek you have to be for somebody to force you to pop your shit? It's kind of crazy. But this is the reason why God gives you the easy routes, because of the way you handle yourself in certain situations. You are basically making so much room for God to work for you. Okay, it's almost like God is like, you know what? I'm gonna help you out, and I'm gonna cook up a blessing to where you don't have to work. And while God is cooking up a blessing, you not coming to him saying, hey, God, hey, this ain't done all the way. Hey, God, hey, make sure you put it on this temperature. You're not bothering God while you're cooking up this blessing. If anything, you're the one that's like, God, what you need me to get? Do you need me to get this some bread with it? Do you need me to get this type of, is it some seasoning you need me to, you know what I'm saying? It's the vibe of like God is like, you're not bothering me while I'm cooking up your blessing, or while I'm making your ways straight, to the point where shit, I can make them really even more straighter and make your blessing even more bigger. Okay. So I feel like it was to the point where somebody almost was kind of like pressure, like there were, this is what I'm gonna say. Somebody kind of felt like, in a way, they couldn't trust you. Okay. I feel like at a certain point, you felt like you couldn't trust this person, because it's almost like this person has kind of felt like for a minute you were being manipulative, you were being sneaky, you had some up your sleeve. But this person is realizing, oh, you're not manipulative, you're not sneaky, you don't have anything up your sleeve. You're just very strategic, okay? And you are very humble and meek, and you understand the ways of God. You know how people say understanding the ways of the world? Um, Excuse me, guys. Okay. And that's interesting, as I'm speaking of the ways of the world and the toilet is flushing. So when it comes to like waste, negativity, anything, like I feel like you guys rid yourself of those ways. And when it comes to the ways of God and what he wants for us, your spiritual team and so forth, whatever God you may believe in, this is a channel where, you know, on this channel, we understand everybody has different paths in life. Okay. That is just how it is. Nobody's going to have the same path. So if you call God a different name, if you read a different type of textbook, if you know what I'm saying, however it goes, okay, no judgment. All right. But I do feel like there is something where this person kind of, for a minute, this person was kind of like, I can't trust you, so you were like, you can trust them. But now somebody is starting to understand your traditional ways. Maybe somebody has met your family, or maybe somebody has, got to know more about your roots. Maybe you open up to them and kind of let them know how you were raised, and certain things about yourself growing up. And now somebody is kind of realizing, like, okay, so you're not like, you don't have like, basically this person just wanted to make sure like you weren't trying to sneak them. Okay. But they're realizing like, no, we were just raised different, so this is why you came off sneaky to someone else. Okay. And I feel like there's a bunch of people who are weirdly pressuring you to pop your shit. Okay. um but listen, this is the thing. Do not let these people get you frantic. If they're not weirdly pressuring you to pop your shit, somebody is really weirdly pressuring you to do something. Okay, they're trying to pressure you to do something negative. You were just making so much noise in my video, right? I'm sorry, Khalid. My fiance, it's the morning, so hey, in a minute I'm finna, this is my last read anyways, but he is making, y'all ain't ever see that video on TikTok where the guy was like, he was sleeping, he was like, when your girl wake up in the morning, the hair dryer going off. The motherfucking phone is start ringing. Then she talking on the phone. Then you heard the thing where people be itching their throat, making a sound with the throat. Then you heard the pat the weave. Like, oh my gosh, it's like so many sounds going off at once. But yeah, so I feel collective, like, don't allow somebody to pressure you to try to worry. Okay. Or, you know what I'm saying, to worry that things aren't going to work out for you, because I am telling you, there is something you have nothing to worry about. You could even be feeling like you got something so easy. You like what something negative is gonna happen. What's gonna happen negative? It's not. It's not. And whoever's trying to make you feel like something negative is going to happen the whole time, even if you still are worried, is not going to happen. And I think you're going to be worried for a little minute, and then once you get into this situation that's more easier for you to do, where you don't have to do too much work, once you realize like, oh, okay, I have nothing to worry about, everything's gonna be smooth sailing from there. So basically this reading is just honestly saying like this is the perfect timing for you to realize, and someone to realize like you are royal blood, you are from a royal bloodline, okay? And somebody kind of sympathizes with you. Somebody could have also thought you were weak or something, but somebody sympathizes with you as to why, you don't really brag or pop your shit, because this isn't done off of free will. This is God orchestrating things for you behind the scenes. And when it comes to that, you have to have a certain meekness about yourself for God to bestow something upon you. Even for your ancestors in your bloodline to bestow something upon you, okay? So now somebody kind of understands you're not weak, you're just meek, okay? And also, you have nothing to worry about. Don't let nobody pressure you. Truth be told, people are just trying to pressure you and stress you out and make you feel like you got something to worry about, because they know, truth be told, they know you ain't got a damn thing to worry about. Honestly, these people might even know more about this spiritual shit than you do, because 9 times out of 10, your enemies know things about um, spiritual stuff in regards to you better than you do. These people can tell and see God is written all over you. God has blessings meant for you. You are not meant to work hard. These people, you could have been working hard, and these people could have been like, they don't even know, they ain't even supposed to be working hard like this, because how they got so many blessings racked up with all the good stuff they doing and how humble they are. And there's so many instance where they should have popped their shit, they should have did this, and they didn't do that, because shit, if it was me, I would have did it. So I just know how they been handling situations. They deserve to not be working too, like, even your enemies know you deserve not to work too hard. But that don't mean that does not mean that they not still not finna fuck with you. If you That's crazy. If you if one thing about it, your enemies might know, I know you deserve this, but I'm finna make you think you don't. I'm finna do whatever I can to make you think you don't. Okay? Because that's what an enemy mission. That's what an enemy, a hater, whatever you want to, that's what their mission is. A hater's mission is to make you feel like some shit you don't deserve. Some shit you deserve, you shouldn't have it. Okay? Don't let nobody make you feel guilty. I don't give a damn. You ain't popping your shit. You staying meek. You staying humble. You ain't got a damn thing to worry about. When I say your path is so motherfucking straight, I don't give a motherfuck if this is some shit about you going to work at a club in a bar. It could, and you ain't, let me tell you something. Every night you come out that club or that bar, you are going to come out unscathed. I don't give a damn if a shootout do occur. A bullet won't even hit your direction, okay? This is a vibe of you have nothing to worry about. Your path is straight. Truth be told, I don't even think your path is straight. Do you hear me? It ain't even a rock in the middle of the road, okay? Like smooth sailing, okay? So, collective, this is your reading. Please stop worrying. You deserve a blessing. This blessing is yours. People are realizing you are not weak. You are meek. Okay, say it with me. I am not meek. I am not weak. I am meek. Okay, and it's something where my words keep trying to get jumbled up, because, like I say, people want you to think, no, you're not meek. You weak. People want you to think, no, you're not royal. You from a poverty bloodline. Like, people, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna cap to you though. I don't think they saying it. Now that the people is realize, like, I ain't gonna lie, wherever you from, however you was raised, your traditional values, people know you royal. I don't even think nobody could play about saying that you're not royal. Yeah, because somebody's carrying themselves a little, they carry themselves a little too much, okay? A little too elegant, a little too graceful, okay? So yeah, collective, don't worry about a thing, okay? Just enjoy this fucking smooth fucking path. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell button so you never miss a BB from your girl. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, @OpenWild, which is where you can find me. Emails, openwildwitch@yahoo.com. All right. If you're looking for a bigger reading, hit your girl up on one of them platforms if you need one. All right. Alrighty, you guys. Love you.